welcome to the White House. Ambassadors up here, right there, we're honored to have you with us this evening, and we're grateful for Italy's continued partnership on the world stage and in supporting Ukraine against Putin's unprovoked war. Every family has its own mythology, stories we tell again and again, stories that help illuminate the forces that shape us and the values that continue to define us. When my father's grandparents, Gaetano and Concetta Giacoppa, came to America, they became Gaetano and Concetta Jacobs. They left behind everything they knew to chase the hope of this country's unlimited promise. It wasn't always easy, but they had faith that if they worked hard, they could create a good life here in America. And even though their names changed, like probably a lot of you, the values that they brought across the Atlantic stayed the same. Loyalty, generosity, kindness, faith. I brought those values with me to the White House. And it's my honor to serve as the first Italian-American First Lady. In a Philly suburb, and on weekends we would go to my grandpa's home in Hamilton, New Jersey. Anybody here from Jersey? A lot of people. Okay. So those weekends for me were filled with the smell of burnt Italian bread toast. You know that smell. And the musical way my grandmom always cursed at my grandpa in Italian, because he would go fishing and he left rockfish like all over the linoleum counters and the back porch and from his fishing trips, and the sauce would be bubbling over on the stove. I'm sure all of you can, remember a lot of those memories. And the comfort of a well-worn sofa, the loving and frequent embrace of my grandmom, when for just a moment, everything would feel right with the world. I'm taking you back, right? So maybe some of you grew up like that too, and surrounded by family and love and laughter. Maybe your house was the one that your friends always wanted to go to, because everybody feels welcome there. So I wanted to bring that feeling to all of you tonight, because you deserve nothing less than what our grandmoms would have created. But our heritage is much more than our hospitality and food, isn't it? Yes. It's the Sicilians who were dragged from their cells and killed in New Orleans by an angry mob. It's Italians need not apply. It's people like my dad, who was never quite accepted by my mom's family because he was Italian. It's a history of those who led movements, who wrote our laws and penned our poetry, of men and women who were courageous, even when they were most afraid, of people who worked hard and fought to give the children the best future they could, who helped build the middle class right here in the United States. Children like Speaker Pelosi. Nancy, you've spent your entire career living out the values of our ancestors, and you pass that on to us. You fight for our country every single day. making our country better, one law after another. You know, one historic first after the next. Thank you for being with us. And those values also live on in all the members of Congress and the elected officials and community leaders joining us who represent this community and their constituents tirelessly. You can see I'm so excited. So thank you all for being here. You know, my husband, President Biden, is working. We'll have to make him an honorary Italian. Anyway, he's working to build on what this community has accomplished, to help us and all communities keep reaching for the bright future that our ancestors were looking for. And that's why he's growing our economy from the middle out and the bottom up, so that families like mine and maybe yours, you know, can carve out a good life. Because everyone deserves that chance. Our ancestors' determination did not end when they came to this country. It did not end when their names were rewritten by history. It did not end when they found a nation that at the time was maybe not as happy with them to see them as they were to see it. It lives on inside of all of us. So as you move through the halls this evening, I hope that you all feel wrapped by the warmth of this home. I hope that you feel the power of your ancestors' legacies, that you rejoice in being with one another, eat good food, and end with a little something sweet. Now it is my pleasure to introduce the incredible Cecilia Sordoni. Cecilia?
Qui dove il mare luccica e tira forte il vento, su una vecchia terrazza davanti al golfo di Sorrento, un uomo abbraccia una ragazza dopo che aveva pianto, poi si schiarisce la voce e ricomincia il canto. Te voglio bene assai, ma tanto, tanto bene sai. È una catena ormai, che scioglie il sangue e tinta bene sai. Vide le luci in mezzo al mare, pensò alle notti là in America, ma erano solo le lampare, la bianca scia d'un'elica. Sentì il dolore nella musica, si alzò dal pianoforte, ma quando vide la luna uscire da una nuvola gli sembrò più dolce anche la morte. Guardò negli occhi la ragazza, quegli occhi verdi come il mare, poi d'improvviso uscì una lacrima e lui credette di affogare. Te voglio bene assai, ma tanto, tanto bene sai. È una catena ormai che scioglie il sangue e tinta bene sai. Te voglio bene assai, ma tanto, tanto bene sai. È una catena ormai che scioglie il sangue e tinta bene, tinta bene, tinta bene. Grazie.
That was so beautiful. Can we give her another round of applause? That was amazing, Cecilia. So now, please, get something to eat and drink and enjoy your time here, because this is your house too. Here. So let's raise a glass to continuing to shape this country we call home, living out the hope of our ancestors, passing on their dreams and values to our children, and weaving our bright, beautiful threads into the rich tapestry of our nation. Salud.